What's up mga ka-trippers? Ngayong araw ay samahan nyo kaming mamasyal sa Pictured Rocks dito sa Munising, Michigan. At ito na nga yung sasakyan nating bangka na kadarating lang. PM yung napili nating cruise, kaya naghintay pa tayo ng ilang minuto, pero 15 minutes bago mag 4 PM ay nagpasakay na rin naman sila. Dahil medyo nauna kami sa pila ay dire-diretso kami sa taas ng bangka para makapwesto tayo sa pinakamagandang spots. Sa gawing kanan yung Pictured Rocks, kaya pumwesto kami sa right side ng bangka. Nakaupo na kami pero kita pa rin namin kung gaano kahaba yung pila sa likod namin. Ito naman yung kadarating lang na mas maliit na bangka. Siya nga pala, dalawang klase ang cruise dito. Classic cruises at spray falls cruises. Pinili namin yung spray falls.
It will be cool out on the water, so definitely.
Kaya wag na tayong magpatumpik-tumpik pa. Tara na!
They've also built a really nice park up there equipped with barbecue pits, picnic tables, and a Liz Claiborne outlet store. To get out here, take H58 east out of Munising, follow the road sign, should take about 20 minutes. Most of the caves and caverns you see at the bottom of Miner's Castle only go in about the length of a kayak. There's one of those, however, that goes all the way through the castle. You can swim into the front and out the backside, as long as you're not too claustrophobic. Follow that rock shelf back to the shoreline. You come to the first of 3 sand beaches on our tour. It's called Miners Beach. Miners Beach is a favorite spot for the area kayakers. Family of beavers built a dam on the creek that feeds Bridal Veil. And because of all the rainfall we've had, it's continued to run and run quite heavily, I might add. Once you from calcium, left from manganese, you'll notice this first large block is mainly layer of seepage. Think of the water runoffs out there, if you don't see those. These cave-ins is typical. And it's actually after this beach where I think the trip really starts to get interesting. All of my favorite rock formations are yet to come, once we can sneak you up closer to the cliffs through here. Now looking up the shoreline, you'll see a beautiful archway appearing. You may recognize this arch from some of Pure Michigan's advertisement campaigns. What this is our Lover's Leap. I would not recommend the jump off of Lover's Leap. I don't care how much you think you're in love. The water depth beneath that archway is only 3 feet. We're coming up on Rainbow Cave. Take a close look inside the mouth of Rainbow. You may be able to notice some of that groundwater dripping down from the ceiling and into the lake, much like it's raining inside of Rainbow Cave. That groundwater does continue to fall year-round and makes for some beautiful icicles in the wintertime. Wayne Johnson. I don't know. I just see the rock. We're coming up on one of the iconic formations in the Pictured Rocks Lakeshore. This one's a little bit challenging to show the folks on the return trip, so I'm actually going to show both sides of the boat right here. I'm going to spin the boat off to the right and show the left side first, then I'll spin back and show the right. Once again, this one's kind of a hard formation to point out on the return trip, so I'm going to show the left side of the boat first and then the right side. Passengers on the right side, it's Indian Head Rock. Imagine the chin at water level. It's got a horizontal line for a mouth and an oval shape for a left eye. Forehead lands back into the trees, and those many trees are his headdress. There, Indian Head almost becomes three-dimensional. You can pick out a jawline and even a left ear. Some hockey fans try telling me Indian Head looks a lot like the Chicago Blackhawks logo. But I wouldn't know, because I wouldn't waste my time watching the Chicago Blackhawks. Well, Josh actually just came up near the helm and let me know there's actually 2 bald eagles flying above Indian Head right now. See one just off to the left, kind of swooping down into the tree line, the other one above the tree still. I think I wasn't able to see a white head on both of those, meaning they've reached maturity. Typically that happens within 3 to 5 years. Well, that is the direction we're heading, so we'll keep a close eye out for them as we continue on the trip. Hopefully we can spot them further down. This large archway is called Grand Portal. According to government charts, Grand Portal is the highest section of rock along the entire lakeshore, towering 212 feet above the water. There used to be another section of Grand Portal that stuck out to about where the boat is now, covered an additional 6 acres. All came... This unique rock formation we're coming up on is called the Broken Flower Vase. You can imagine the many trees as the flowers, and the rock as the vase, as it kind of flares out at the bottom. And these next 2 points are called the Indians' drums. I kind of think they look like bear's legs or elephant's feet. There's a noise associated with these drums that when a 15-foot wave crashes into here, it sounds a lot like thunder. If you look off the side of the boat, you'd be looking into 15 feet of water. The coast is nearly crystal clear. And looking off the left side of the boat, about 5 feet off the water's edge, you'll see some small white specks that have kind of embedded themselves into the cliffs. That's called boat paint. Well, as we exit Chapel Cove here, you'll see a good example of that green copper staining kind of wrapping around the tip. Best example of that copper staining within the lakeshore. It's about a 3.5-mile hike out here. And it's said when people get all the way out to Chapel Beach, they feel like they're a million miles away from everyone. So on those hot, sticky summer days, they like to take off on. Towards the end of Chapel Beach, you'll see some running water. It's called Lower Chapel Falls. And if you look up those falls, you'll see a wooden footbridge. It's an extension of the Lakeshore Trail, which runs from Munising all the way to Grand Marais, a distance of roughly 42 miles. Well, it does bring us up to the last rock formation of our cruise. It's called Chapel Rock. I'm sure you can all see that lone white mainland. You can start to see those exposed roots out to the left side of Chapel Rock. See how they kind of hang down there before reaching over to the other side? There used to be a stone archway that supported those roots. That stone archway came crashing down about 75 years ago. Yet, the tree lives on. Oh, this is Spray Falls. About a 65-foot drop.
Balak ng babae na to ang tumalon. At actually, tumalon talaga siya. Sayang nga lang, hindi ko nakuha ng video. Sobrang lamig sa taas, kaya lumipat kami sa gitna at nagstay na kami doon. Sila nga pala yung mga crew.
The East Channel Lighthouse was built here on Grand Island, 1867, shortly following the Civil War. At dates it as one of the oldest lighthouses still standing on superior shorelines. She was built of the schoolhouse design. You can see why they called it that. Last man to ever operate this lighthouse was George Pryor. He lived out here on Grand Island in considerable isolation with his small family. And by small family, it was he and his wife and their 12 children. The family turned out the kerosene lantern in 1902. That's when the lighthouse was replaced by the Munising range lights.
Picture muna.
For fresh whitefish or lake trout, you can be relatively certain it was caught either the day of or the day before, making a real fresh Lake Superior fish. Around that same shoreline, probably around the 2 o'clock position, you'll see a large 2-story tan brick building with the American flag out in front of it.
Thanks for watching mga ka-trippers. Hanggang sa muli at sa susunod na trip. Bye!
Cheyenne and myself, we'd like to wish you all a safe and enjoyable remainder of your vacation. And thank you all once again for riding the Pictured Rocks Cruises. Thank you.